Hello everyone, welcome to Clarity for Sure. In this video, we are going to analyze the computer section which appears in the prelims of NABARD grade examination. So you know that computer is a part of the non-merit section in NABARD grade. And apart from computer section, there are four other sections which appear in the non-merit section. Quant, then there is reasoning, then there is English, decision making. Now, why is this computer section important? Because you see, in the recent years, IBPS has evolved its way of asking questions in this section. Okay. Nowadays, IBPS has focused more on the practical use of computer, the things that we use now, the applications that we use now, and also regarding the current related things, okay, from the computer section. So that's why analysis of this section is important, okay. So what we're going to see in this video, first of all, we're going to discuss about the cutoff of the computer section, okay. Then we're going to see some of the topics that becomes important in order to prepare for the computer section. Then we're going to see some of the PYQs. Okay, now why PYQs are important is because if we analyze these PYQs, then we'll come to know that how many questions, okay, the number of questions that have appeared from the respective topics. Okay, so then we can decide like which topic is the most important, which topic has a probability that one or two questions, or you can say maximum 2 or 3 questions, there's a probability that this many questions are going to come for sure. Okay, so and then we can enlist some of the topics which will be important to clear the cutoff for this computer section. Okay, so all these things we're going to discuss, and we're going to end this session with some of the sources from where you can complete your syllabus for the computer section. Okay, so with this, let us start with the video. Now then, first what we'll see is the cutoff. Okay, so here you can see this is for the 2024 year only. Okay, the recent data I have taken up. So here you see for the unreserved section, this is the computer. So total, you know that computer carries 20 marks, right? There are 20 questions, each of 1 mark. And the cutoff, if you see for unreserved section, is what it is? 4. Okay, and for the reserved, it is 2.5. So, this being said, let's talk about the cutoff from the other years as well. Okay, so here you see first about the 2022. So, sorry, in 2020, the cutoff was 3.25. Again, it was the same cutoff in 21 as well. Okay, but then the cutoff increased in 2022. Okay, it became what? 4. And in 2023, again, it went down to what? 2.75. And again, it came back to 4 in the previous year, that is in 2024. Now here you see that if you see 2020, 2021, 22 and 2024, that means for maximum years, if you see, the cutoff is what? It's in this range of what? 4 or near to 4. And with this cutoff, 4 out of what? 4 out of 20. That means you can say that 1/5, right? The cutoff for this computer section has ranged around 1/5. All right. Okay. Now here you see suddenly the cutoff went very low in case of 2023. Okay. You know why? Because in 2023, very strange kind of questions came. Okay, very practical, very application related questions came from 2023, and those were very unexpected questions. Okay, candidates were not prepared for such questions. So as a result, what happened? The cutoff went down. Okay, so from this slide, what are the key takeaways? Number one is that the cutoff has ranged in the close to this 1/5. Okay, over this 5 years. Okay, it has ranged to around this 1/5 of the total marks. So this is one thing. Second, what you will see, second key takeaway from here is that if the level of the examination is high, okay, if the level of the examination is high, candidates won't be able to answer, then the cutoff will go down. That's for sure, that you can see from the year 2023. So this is one thing to consider, okay. Third is that we will take the cutoff as a standard cutoff for computer section to be what? 4 to 6 marks, okay, because if I say that the level of the examination is very low, okay, if the level of the examination goes low, then the cutoff will also go up. So we are taking the standard as 4 to 6 marks, okay, the cutoff. Then number 4 point is that now, since you see the cutoff depends upon the level of examination, right? So since the cutoff depends upon the level of examination, therefore do not take this as standard. The level of examination will determine, right? So always consider that if something is difficult for you, it will be difficult for at least maximum candidates. So cutoff will go down. If it's easy for you, then it'll be easy for most of the candidates and the cutoff will go up. So that strategy you need to maintain always in this sort of competitive examinations, not just for computer, but for all the sections, for all the examinations, okay, that you need to always keep in mind that cutoff is nothing but uh, analysis of the level of examination, right? So always take that into account. All right, okay. So now that we have seen about the cutoff, okay, so let's now talk about some of the topics or the syllabus, okay, for the computer awareness. You see here first of all about the history, okay. So the first topic here is history of computers, generations of computers, and IBPS loves this topic, generations of computer, okay. Then there is types of computer. Nowadays they're also asking like what computers are used for gaming, okay, or yeah, for internet surfing. This kind of questions have also appeared in the recent IBPS examinations. Next, if you see features and components of computer regarding hardware, input, output devices, okay, all these things have come. They are also asking about the different types of printer, okay, the different types of printer. Then computer memory, yes, this is also, though the number of questions are less, like 1 or 2 each year, but yes, this is again another thing where you can consider a sure shot, okay. So we'll see, while we see with the PYQs, then you will see more. The types of storage devices, the types of memory, their memory units are also important, okay. Then you will see about software and database management system. Then operating system is another topic, MS Office. Now if you see this one, history of computers, types of computers, features and components of computers, this chunk and this one, MS Office, these are the most important, because आपके 5 से 6 मार्क इन्हीं टॉपिक्स में से कवर हो जाएंगे, okay, आपके 5 से 6 मार्क easily, it will be covered from these topics only, okay. So MS Office is very important because MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, this इन सब चीजों से command वाले questions आ जाते हैं. And another important thing is what? This is your shortcuts, okay. Now every year there is at least one. I'm just saying the least, okay. There are not one, there are more than one, but at least 8 questions to आना ही है from the shortcuts, okay. Then next is your computer languages, then OSI model, data communication, and networking in computer. Then we have web, internet and web. Now again, these are where the evolving questions are from. Okay, जो evolving and innovative questions हमें देखने को मिल रहा है in the recent years. So these are the topics where from they're asking. Okay, where from they're asking. So this is why these things are what? These things are having importance now. Okay, and computer security, that is the different types of virus, software security, application security. These things are also there. You will see virus related questions from this computer section. एक दो तो आते ही रहते हैं. So what you've seen is these are some of the topics, okay, broad topics. And now when we discuss about the PYQs in the next slide, then the things will become more clear. Okay, right. So this is the PYQ slide that I was talking about. So यहाँ पे देखो कि we have discussed here about 2020, 21, 22, 23 and 24. Okay, so one by one I'll just highlight some of the important questions. Okay, so first of all, you see in 2020. Okay, now this is another point to remember here is that these are all your memory related questions. Okay, these are all memory based. So they're the theme of the questions are being highlighted. Okay, however, exactly the questions what they were asked, it's not very possible to recollect those things. Okay, so please pardon me on that. I've tried to cover as much as I can. And one more thing is what? That if you consider 2020, this was before computer section became a qualifying section. Okay, वो merit section के अंदर ही आता था. Because you know in 2020 what was there? That all the 8 जो हमारे sections हैं, all were merit sections. Okay, there were no any qualifying or non-merit section, I mean qualifying or non-merit and merit section. Okay, there was no division. So this is another point that you need to consider. Okay, chalo to abhi questions discuss kar lete hain. So here you see there was a question regarding what hyperlinks in MS Word. Okay, so there you see again MS Word has come. Then shortcut. This is important. Okay, shortcut for selecting all in MS Word. Again, MS Office wala question aa gaya yahan pe. Then types of chart in MS Excel, symbols that appear in MS Excel when the results are too long to fit. So ये देखो 1, 2, 3, 4 questions तो आपके यहाँ से MS Office से ही cover हो गए, MS Excel और MS Word. Okay. Then there were different questions regarding different parts of CPU, input, output devices. Okay, the type of printer, example of pen, logical address. Okay. Then Trojan horses, जो security part से आ रहा है. Then standard interface. Here you see I told you about that memory or storage related devices. वो सब questions जो पूछे जाते हैं. Then there was this high speed internet connection using phone lines, continuous power supply and spam mails. Okay. So here you see these many questions. Okay, these questions, these have come from the introduction part, right? And this is from the memory part. This is the internet and web. Okay, so ye what you can see from here, as I told you, that in case of MS Office, and another one is what? That is introduction part of computer. Maximum questions are asked. Okay, so this is about 2020. Next, in 2021, if you see, this was the year when the descriptive questions were introduced in the NABARD exams. So again, you see MS Word related questions have come. Okay, header footer option in MS Word. Then this is about the create, insert and write commands. Okay, found in which tab of MS Word. Then some key combinations in MS Excel, date calculation function in MS Excel, macros, okay, in MS Excel. So again, you see major chunk from MS Office, right? Okay. Then there are some basic questions like booting, then storage capacity. But here you see dual-layered Blu-ray disc. Okay, they have not asked from CD or something. They have asked this. Language used in second generation. I told you generation wale questions IBPS ke favorite hote hain. Then these are some of the things. Okay, next is full form. Okay, this is also very important that ek to ho gaya shortcut. Okay, then another thing is the full forms. You need to be very, very clear with the full forms क्योंकि full form related questions हमेशा आते हैं. ठीक है? Like the shortcut related questions, at least one you will get. Similarly, full form related questions also, at least one you will get. That's for sure. Okay. So next we'll talk about 2022. तो फिर से देखो यहाँ पे आ गया shortcut. Okay, shortcut. Then this is what MS Office, MS Word. Okay, यहाँ पे देखो virus आ गया. Again, Fortran full form. Okay. Then what else? Yeah, some of the typical things you see margin. Okay, margin added to the binding side while printing. So this kind of things are there. Then there was about DPI, cache memory, कैसे type of memory है. So these are some of the things that you will see have appeared in 2022. Okay, and you know that 2022, the cutoff was what? 4. That means paper was comparatively easy as compared to 2020 and 21, or you can say 23 as well. Okay. फिर देखो 2023 में क्या हो गया. Okay, as I was talking about, कि 2023 में जो है ना, what are the things that have appeared? Okay. So what you will see here is, first thing, यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे भी even though 2023 was tough, okay, there was what, shortcut questions, okay, फिर भी आया. Then full form VFX and ASCII, these full forms have also come. So again, you see short question, right? Then this one, you see generations related question, vacuum tubes. This has come. Then some of the typical questions that appeared in 2023, I told you that candidates were not prepared. One is this incognito mode. Okay, there were two questions from this incognito mode. Okay, then there was this one, BCC option appears in which field of email ID. Okay, there was another question, advantage of using stylus with a touch screen. Okay, then this one, basic unit of information in quantum computing. So these are some of the things. Again, this one, you see, very practical related question, benefit of using parental controls. Okay. So here you can say that these were some of the out of the box questions, okay, that were asked in 2023, जिसकी वजह से यहाँ पे क्या हो गया कि जो cutoff है, it went down. Okay. Then in 2024 as compared to 2023, it was on the easy lines. Okay. यहाँ पे font के बारे में पूछा in MS Word. Then there were 2-3 full forms as well. Again, there was shortcut related question. Okay. Then यहाँ पे देखो, this was the thing that I was telling you, that they're asking regarding the types of computers, they're asking something different, right? Like playing games and surfing internet. Okay. फिर से यहाँ पे देखो shortcut आ गया. Then this one, terabyte equals to what? URL related questions, zip file format, HTTP format. So these are some of the things that have been asked. Okay. सो यहाँ से तो दो चार चीजें या फिर यू कैन से दो तीन जो है key points या key takeaways you can easily get, isn't it? That you need to be very clear about all the functions, then full forms and shortcut keys of different MS Access, I mean MS Office. Okay, Word हो गया, PowerPoint हो गया, Excel. So they've asked many from Excel and Word in the recent years. So you don't know when they will start ask from PowerPoints, right? Yeah, for Excel sheet. Okay. So these things you need to be very clear. Then the second key point is what? That there are some out of the box questions, but we cannot expect ke kahan se aa jayenge. So those are the things that if you don't know, you just need to leave them. Okay, right. So now that we've seen the PYQs, let's see that how many number of questions have come from the different topics. Okay, I have bifurcated the topic into MS Office operating system. Then introduction to computer. I told you that introduction to computer I have kept regarding what? Regarding that generations of computer, hardware, software. Okay, the full forms, the basics of computer I've kept in introduction. Okay. Then this data communication and computer network, new and evolving topic. Okay. Computer memory, security, this is the virus and all will come in here. Abbreviation, the full forms, second important. And rest of the topics out of the box, and where those topics which cannot be included in this, I have included in miscellaneous. Okay. So then from this part, if you see Microsoft Office in 2024 questions, 2021 7 questions, 2022 there were 6 questions, there were no questions in 2023. So you can understand the level Cutoff one. Then 2024 also there are 3 questions. Okay. Then introduction of computer, here you see in 2024 questions, 21 there are 3 questions, 22 there are 4 questions, 23 there are 6 questions, 24 there are 5 questions. Okay. Then data communication also here in 2020 it is 2. Then in 21 we have seen it's 1 question only. In 23 it was 3 questions. In 2023 it was 1 questions. In 2024 there are 4 questions. Then abbreviations, you see, abbreviations also in 2024 there were 3 questions. So miscellaneous in 2027 questions, 2021 6, 2022 4, 2023 7, 2024 is 3 questions. So what is the key takeaway? Number 1, that you cannot miss MS Office. Okay, you need to be very thorough. इसमें क्या क्या देखना है? Shortcuts देखना है, जो हमारे व्यू या फिर मेन्यूज है उसको देखना है. Then we need to see about the different commands which are there. Okay, so this is your MS Office. In the introduction of computer, this is the second part that you cannot miss. Okay, here you need to see about the generation of computer, the hardware of computer, input output devices, their functions. Okay, and some new evolving versions or applications also you can see. And yeah, about the input output devices, I told you hardware, software, these things you have to see. Then abbreviations, wherever you will see some of the important abbreviations, like whichever is used in the day-to-day life, जैसे कि हो गया PDF, है ना, PDF, VFX, VPN. Okay, so this kind of abbreviations you need to know. You need to know the full forms. Okay, and next key takeaway is what? That there will be questions from the there will be some miscellaneous out of the box questions. Okay, but if you observe closely this MSX Office, then your data communication and introduction to computer. So from these portions, if you can answer the questions correctly, okay, you will anyway be able to clear the cutoff. Okay, so there is no need to worry about the miscellaneous part, because you do not know where from they are going to ask the question, isn't it? From miscellaneous parts. So that is something which is out of our hands. So always try to grab the lower hanging fruits. What are the lower hanging fruits? Number 1, MS Office. Number 2, introduction to computer. Number 3, data communication, computer network. And number 4 is your abbreviation. Okay. So in MS Office, again, I'm giving you the emphasis, shortcuts and commands are important. Okay. So therefore, try to focus on these topics. Okay. So that you can easily cover the cutoff, because anyway, you won't have time to complete. You won't have time if you focus on just one section, you will be losing focus on the other sections, right? So therefore, you just need to focus on whatever is important and wherever you can score maximum marks. Okay, so this is the thing that I wanted to say about the number of questions from the different topics. Okay, now that being said, these are the resources for preparation. These are some of the sources that you can follow for your computer preparation. Okay, Affairs Cloud Computer Awareness section and Geeks for Geek website. These are some good sources and these are free of cost. And Computer Awareness by Arihant publication also, it is good. There are many MCQs that you can practice. You can purchase it. It's not very costly. Okay. So then we have our course, NABARD Mentorship and Test Series 2025, where we have a dedicated computer section. Okay. And jahan pe completely in complete details, all the topics has been given, but only from the exam point of view. Okay. Whatever is needed to clear the cutoff. There are practice MCQs that will be given as we approach towards the examinations. So do follow our channel and enroll in our course to get more detailed analysis of all the content. Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you.